All right, let's dive into something we could all use a little more of. The art of keeping your cool when life decides to test you. We're going to explore some powerful ideas from Richard Carlson's classic, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and figure out how to stop letting little things have such a big impact.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, or you spill coffee right down your shirt 5 minutes before a big meeting. And just like that, your whole mood is shot. It's crazy how one tiny, insignificant thing can feel like it has the power to hijack your entire day. But here's the absolute game changer, the core idea behind everything we're going to talk about. The stress doesn't actually come from the spilled coffee. It comes from how we choose to react to it. And once you really get that, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and you start becoming the architect of your own peace of mind.
Now, this habit has a name. We can call it the reactive loop. Think of it like a tripwire in your brain. A small snag happens and boom, you're instantly frustrated or angry. Instead of fixing anything, that reaction just pours gasoline on the fire, turning a tiny spark into a bonfire of stress. But here's the good news. It's just a habit, and any habit can be broken.
So, how do we start breaking it? Well, our first principle is all about perspective. It's about learning how to hit the zoom out button on your brain, pulling back from that immediate frustration to see the situation for what it really is, which is usually, not that big a deal.
The tool for this is so simple, it's almost funny. It's not some complex mental gymnastics. It's just one single powerful question that slices right through all the emotional noise of the moment.
And this is it. Right in the middle of that moment, when you feel that anger or frustration bubbling up, just pause. Ask yourself this one question. Will this actually matter in a year? Seriously, think about it. That traffic jam, that annoying email, will you even remember it 365 days from now? And that's the magic of it. Almost every single time, the honest answer is going to be a flat-out no. And in that no, the problem just shrinks. The emotional charge kind of dissolves. And you realize you're about to give a temporary inconvenience way, way too much power over your life.
This leads us perfectly into our second principle. See, once you've got that perspective, the next step is to consciously choose what you do next. It's about graduating from that knee-jerk emotional impulse to a much calmer, wiser response.
Let's really break this down. Reacting is automatic. It's pure emotion, and it pretty much always makes things worse. But responding has a pause. That little gap you create between what happens and what you do, that's your superpower. That's where you take back control and choose a path that calms the stress instead of cranking it up.
Now, one of the biggest triggers for that reactive loop for a lot of us is our ego's desperate need to be right. We have to correct people, win the argument over some tiny detail. But we got to ask ourselves, what's that really costing us?
I mean, look at the trade-off here. Winning some pointless argument might feel good for a second, but it creates tension, it damages relationships. Choosing peace, on the other hand, just letting a small thing slide, that preserves your energy. It literally softens your life. It's the choice between a hollow victory and a valuable connection.
Okay, so we've got perspective and reactions covered. Our third and final principle is about playing offense. It's about building small, consistent habits that create this foundation of inner calm so you're just less likely to get knocked off balance in the first place.
And look, we're not talking about huge, life-changing stuff here. These are small, practical things you can do today. Let someone merge in front of you. It's a tiny act of generosity. Actually listen to someone without just planning what you're going to say next. It's a huge gift. Find just 60 seconds to be still and breathe. It's like a reset button for your brain.
And there's so many more tools for the toolbox. Like, stop demanding perfection from everyone, including yourself. It's just a recipe for stress. Focus on what you're grateful for. It totally shifts your mindset. And when someone does something that bugs you, try being curious about why they did it instead of just judging them. It's a game changer.
So, what does this all boil down to? Here's the big takeaway. Inner peace isn't some mythical destination you find someday. Nope, it's something you build, one choice at a time, every single day.
I love this because it just reframes everything. You don't have to wait for your life to be perfect before you can feel at peace. Come on, when is life ever perfect? You can practice peace right now, today, in the middle of your messy, unpredictable, totally wonderful life. It's a skill you develop. And that is the secret sauce. It's not about one big, grand gesture. It's about the hundreds of tiny little decisions you make every week to just let things go.
This isn't about not caring. It's about being smart with where you spend your precious energy. Every time you choose to let go, you're laying another brick in the foundation of a calmer life.
So I'll leave you with a challenge. Just for today, think about what's ahead of you. What is one tiny annoyance, one minor irritation, one silly need to be right that you can consciously choose to let go of? Because right there, in that small choice, that's where the art of not sweating it really begins.